Hey everybody, welcome back to Leosophy. I got three new questions. I got three questions and a microphone. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Jump right in. Why do we have shower thoughts? Um, I think what you mean by that is why do we have these unusual, insightful, often inspired seeming thoughts in the shower? And there's actually a really good reason for it. Especially like people who write songs or stories, like the poems, they come to them when they're in the shower. And a lot of times also somebody's struggling with an idea. Anybody in a creative field, they're struggling with some sort of conundrum that requires a different train of thought, a non-linear train of thought, and they're struggling and they're thinking about it and they're thinking about it and then they don't think about it. They give up on it. They've got it in the back of their head. And they take a shower and then they just eureka, right? Um, and there's a few reasons why this takes place. The biggest reason is these ideas, these sudden things. They're more from the subconscious rather than the conscious. They're from deeper in your mind. Well, here's a fun thing about taking a shower. You're not really thinking. You're not really taking in the world. It's a small enclosed space, so there's not a lot to observe. Uh, you have washed yourself probably in the exact same order that you have since you were like 3 or 4, however old you were when you learned to take a shower. You are sort of encompassed in white noise because that the shower, it makes so much noise of so many different frequencies that you can't actually pinpoint a single individual sound. It's a white noise. It's just like the aquariums or the ceiling fans or anything that people have to help them sleep. You're not thinking about any particular stimulus because you're surrounded by the white noise. As a result, because you don't have to think about the order in which you wash yourself because you've done it the same way your whole life, because you're not thinking on any particular issue unless you're ruminating on something in the shower, which most people don't do. You're not really using the conscious part of your brain that much. It's just you're kind of zoned out. You're almost meditating, and as a result, the subconscious part of the brain can sort of bubble up to the surface, and that's where insights come from in the shower. Hence the whole shower thoughts memes and all that. That's where that comes from. So yeah, and it's actually great to do anything that causes that sort of mental state if you are stuck in something mentally and you're trying to find a solution, because it allows you to access parts of your mind that you're normally not fully plugged into, cognitively at least. Next question. Are humans more related to cats or dogs? Well, okay, cats and dogs are both in the order Carnivora. Makes me think of that "You Will Know the Lion by Its Claw" song by Cradle of Filth, first order Carnivora. Anyway, so they're in the order Carnivora, and we're in the order Primates, which puts us closer to rodents than to carnivores. We're actually more related to mice and gerbils and stuff than we are to cats and dogs. But we're still mammals. We're still cousins. We didn't branch off crazy a long time ago. Long story short, we're about 90% related to cats and probably in the ballpark of 88, 86% related to dogs. So we are more related to cats than to dogs in that context. But I think it's worth pointing out that some of the reason for that might actually have to do with our long relationship with dogs. We domesticated dogs like 20,000 years ago. Actually, no, wait, it might have been 70,000 years. It was a long flipping time ago. I can't remember. That bothers me when I can't remember something. But anyway, bottom line, we've had dogs a long time, and as such, our selective breeding of dogs has caused a lot of mutations. Hence the physical diversity that dogs exhibit the world over. That could actually have played a role. Our long-standing relationship with dogs caused them to diverge further from us than cats, which are much more recently domesticated. So yeah, but long story short, cats. We're more related to cats by I think 6% or something. All right, and the last question. Oh man, the last one is okay. I feel like I was asked this before. Maybe not. Why do we dream? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what we dream. It's actually a mystery. We know that other things dream. We know that dogs dream. We know that mice dream. Speaking of rodents, we know that mammals in general dream, and it's widely accepted that birds also dream. I'm not sure about reptiles. I would say most things do, though. My personal theory is twofold. I think there's two reasons why we dream. I think one, it allows us to, and it goes right back to the first question, actually, the subconscious. It allows us to sort of sort through things that we didn't directly address. And a great example of this is, a lot of times I've noticed that something major happens negative to me in a day, I will not have a nightmare about it. But if something really minor that I don't know, that wasn't important, I'll have a nightmare about it. Like, you catch yourself almost falling down the stairs. Who cares? It's not a big deal. I almost fell. But then you have a nightmare where you fall down the stairs. Whereas on the flip side, you get in a fender bender, you don't have a dream about it that night. It's strange, and it's almost as though the subconscious is taking something that your conscious mind has said that's not important, but part of the reason for that is your subconscious has borne the brunt of that stress to cope with it, so you can just keep going about your day, and then it deals with it in your dreams. That's just a theory. That's just my theory. We don't know. Nobody knows why we or other animals dream at all. We don't know. The other reason why I think we also dream, though, I think it also provides a buffer for the environment, and that's not my theory. I just think it makes sense. Case in point, somebody sleeps through an earthquake, and the bed's rocking back and forth, and then they dream that they're on a boat that's rocking back and forth. It's a way to keep things that shouldn't awaken a person from being awakened. Otherwise, if you think about it, there's all sorts of stimuli still taking place outside of a person while they're sleeping. So all these things that you're taking in while you're awake, colors and shapes and sounds, which we try to minimize by sleeping in dark rooms, but still things happen. Birds are singing outside. The wind is buffeting against the corners of your home. Dreams kind of allow you to not pay attention to that. I think that's the other reason. But like I said, it's a flippin' mystery. It is an absolute mystery. We do not actually know the purpose of dreams. That's it for now. Like, share, subscribe, keep asking questions. Oh, and next Thursday should probably be a primer video, so look out for that. See ya.